some of these sellers have mortgages already on their properties, people are sort of benefiting from that built-in leverage, which is one of the things that's made real estate very attractive for a lot of professional investors, is your ability to leverage up. There's not a whole lot of assets where you can leverage up like 4-to-1 at that sort of insane ratio, right? Real estate is one
Yeah.
of the only assets where you can consistently do that. And so we're now seeing what's really unique is that traditionally for real estate, yield and risk goes hand in hand. They're correlated. And so if you want a higher yield on your investment, you're taking on higher risk by investing in neighborhoods that aren't the safest, aren't the best, and you're more likely to see problems with the property. But in exchange, if things go well, your yield is a lot higher, right? And then in much safer neighborhoods with good schools and things like the places that everybody wants to live in, the yield is actually always very, very low. And that is a reflection of that. This is very stable. You get a low yield, but the person's probably always going to pay on time because you're probably renting it out to like a doctor or a lawyer, and they're
Right,
just
right.
not going to be delinquent ever. So there's that correlation. But leverage allows you to kind of, it does add some risk, but kind of allows you the best of both worlds, where now we're able to launch properties that are in much better neighborhoods, much
Yeah.
more secure in terms of cash flow and consistency, but the yield is actually very high because the property's leveraged up, right? And so that's been really unique to see. And because of the we call it partial tokenization feature that's been released, we now have sellers, doing very unique structures. So we actually have one coming up fairly soon. That'll be interesting to see if people like it or not. It's actually a HELOC structure. So the person is
I'll say,
just
Jerry,
essentially doing a HELOC in their house, and they're still living in it, and they'll just be
yeah.
paying a monthly interest to our users on the platform.